Let me
Make
make
sure the phone
sure.
turned down.
Okay. And just I need you to test out and see if you can hear everything.
What from my Facebook with you?
Yeah.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Yeah. Just to see. I'm about to go here right now. Premium access record. I don't want to use fucking that premium. I said okay. Hold on. I didn't even use this motherfucker. What the fuck is X at? This shit get on my nerve. Remove X. Maybe it was that.
When we go on at 6, we're gonna have to set up at 5. This is for technical difficulties.
We gonna fix all that the day
Yeah,
before though.
this shit is tripping.
Yeah, that we can. I get
It
you.
don't
Oh,
never be.
hello, hello. We live. Oh,
You look
let
like
me
an
put it
eyeball
up.
watching.
Okay, hold on. Let me
I
see.
take
Yep, there we go. So the bid is that. Hold on. I get those settings right.
hello, 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 hello,
Can you hear
hello,
me
hello,
today?
hello, hello, hello.
We gonna find out. Maybe it's on yet. Hold on.
Here, click. It's your life.
Okay, don't say the
The
us
sound. Okay.
like that.
No, it's your
Can you hear us now? Khadijah testing.
testing, testing. I'm about to find out. I gotta press the button to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, we do.
All right,
Okay.
we here. We're here.
Peace and blessings, family. I know it's been a while since we've been on here. Sis has been kind of busy. And basically enjoying the new year. Lots of new things happening. And so I just feel really good. How you feeling, Sissy?
I am feeling absolutely wonderful, wonderful, and it has been quite a long time since we have been on here. Um, but it's good to be here. I miss talking to everybody and catching up, talking about the current events and current happenings around our towns and cities and states. Um, what's up, y'all? What's going on?
Oh, Suki, child. I'm gonna have us live on here on Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah, Instagram gets a lot of good traction. I just got to figure this
okay,
out.
okay.
Let me see. It only go this way. So let
That's
me
all right. Let
put
it
it
do
this
what it
way.
do.
All right, family. So we back up in here. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. We may not be on as long tonight.
Yeah.
Because I got this. We may not be on as long, but I figure it'd be good for a check-in. I wish I could just make this go with me that way.
That's good. Boom. I can
Okay,
scoot over.
good. Okay,
But we
good.
good.
So yeah, so we just kind of went to check in, and it's a lot of stuff going on in the world. We're not going to cover a lot of stuff tonight, but I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. I went to church today with my sister. She was singing in the choir, and it was just beautiful. First of all, big ups to Lady K. What y'all call her?
Pastor K.
Pastor
Pastor
K.
Lady K.
Pastor Lady K. And this is a powerhouse. And when she gives a message, it be just right on the money. Like you just can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? You just can't make this stuff up. So one of the things she said today in her in her sermon or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
she talked about people and their belief in their spiritual walk. And I think in this case she was talking about Christians because she's a Christian, right? And she talked about how people be so fearful, but then they say they believe something, right? And it really made me think of the times we're in when I'm hearing all of these black, some people think they're brown, people, and how fearful they are of the president. And I thought to myself, this is quite interesting because I wonder what y'all was doing before the man showed up. Um, I feel like I always lean into my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I lean in, like they lived through times we'll never see again. So
Real life.
first of all, stop comparing our current event with their past.
That part.
They couldn't even move around and shit like that. So I don't know why we keep acting like, oh, this is horrible. Like when you see somebody like Sunny from The View, who ain't even a black American,
That part.
she gets to be black when she wants to be, and when black people like kind of ghost her like she black, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what do she be talking about? So my thing is, you can't be talking about my ancestors. Maybe you talk about your Spaniard ancestors, but you can't be talking about black ancestors from America. That's just so obvious. Even with Whoopi, I don't know what the fuck she be talking about either. It's like Whoopi, like you went with a white man who had on blackface. Did you think we forgot about that?
That part.
Ted Danson, do you think we forgot about that?
That
So
part.
my thing is like, stand down. I know they pay you money and you think you oppressed because you make like 8 million a year or some shit, I guess. But stop trying to like you. I can see if you took that money and helped us to build some schools and some supermarkets and things that's going to uplift black people, help us buy housing and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure you didn't do that. So my thing, I don't understand where the fear would come from. The second thing is, I think even when you think something is coming against you and you feel overwhelmed, I really think that's a wonderful opportunity for you to do what you should have been doing anyway. So my thing is, if Trump decided to get rid of the Department of Education, because we love misinformation
Oh,
without
let's not even
research.
talk about that.
Yeah, but my thing is, what if y'all had to be in control of your own children's education? What if you have to be a parent and be in charge of your child's education? What if you had to do that? What if you could take your kid and the dollars that go with your kid and put them in the school you think will best serve them, which means if you want your kid to have the best education, you have to participate. You have to be in charge of where they go to school. Hey, there's one school here in town, I'm not going to say his name, and I think it is a charter, that parents have to volunteer a day or two at the school for a couple hours. Now, look, I don't want to hear that you got a job, because when you want to do something, I know we will move heaven and hell to go to a Beyonce concert. We'll move heaven and hell to go see our baby daddy who in jail. We're gonna do it. We move heaven and hell to complain about something. Then I think being at your child's school, that should be like that's like this should be an easy win, y'all. But if you are not a do for self person, that's why I know sometimes we can't really be connected to our ancestors, because they did for self. And so I think no matter what you think about the president, we know that America needs a cleanup. I don't care who's cleaning it up. I don't even know this man. I haven't had any policies he's done has not affected me. But Joe Biden's policy affected me when I was a teenager and when I was in my 20s. And all the black men got locked up for drug offenses, a lot of them. And he said black people were predators and all kind of shit as he was friends with the Grand Wizard. See, I go by what you do. I don't care about what you say. All the ignorant shit I've heard black people say, some of the ignorant stuff I heard us say, I really don't have a problem with it. I mean, I see my thing, I'm gonna be on my square. You know what I mean? I'm not fighting for nobody else. My fighting days are over. All I can do is sit back and guide people who want to be guided. But I'm not fighting imaginary ghosts. I'm not fighting white supremacy. I got fight colorism in my community. PCAA, I gotta fight that. I've been fighting that since I can remember. I've been fighting against colorists. I gotta fight bougie middle class black people who think that they helping black people by just showing their face, but they ain't been doing the work. I mean, I've been in some battles and it ain't been with white people. That's the news flash. That's the lie we like to tell ourselves. Oh, it's white people. Oh, absolutely not. I haven't really had any battles with them because I've only worked for black people. And some of my most saving grace have been people, peace, Brother Tim, have been people who don't look like me, who have walked me. I just came through an election. Black people they ghosted my ass. A lot of them ghosted me. These are not the people who voted for me. They was awesome. I actually did pretty good. I just didn't win, right? But I thought to myself, black people was out here on crickets. These are people that I knew, that knew my work. They let a Latino man head of the
Not just him and all of his counterparts, the unions
yeah.
that was behind him, the other Latino organizations, the school, it was a lot of people. It wasn't just him.
Yeah, but
They let a
I'm
whole
saying something
community come after your ass.
I know, but I'm gonna say something specific.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that if a black person had been over the Democratic Party, and that it was and I was and a black person was running against a Latino, they would have never wrote a racist letter to anybody supporting that Latino.
Hell no.
But a Latino man did that to me.
And the brothers were
and the
silent.
brothers were silent. That's what I was trying to say. I ain't talking about the other
No,
people.
I
Yeah, I
got
ain't
you.
even to that yet.
They
I'm just
silent.
saying they sat there. Only one black man stood up for me and
Hmm.
wrote this man a letter, basically called his ass out, and that was Gary Simon. So I'll do whatever. I always help people, but the rest of you niggas, I'm not gonna be able to help you no more. I just feel like I know how Malcolm X must have felt when we sat there and let them assassinate this man, because we did. We sat right there, and we knew this man's life was in danger, but y'all didn't do that. So I just feel like I'm at this stage in my life where I just don't want to. I'm done with doing the work. I've been working like this since I was like 18 years old. So I didn't just want to wreak havoc on the planet and then got old and shit and couldn't move my leg and then I became an activist. I come from a family where we put in work. You know what I mean? My mom took people into the crack era, fed people, all that shit. She didn't get no community grant. Hell, she had to go to work herself. So I'm just saying, like in this time, I think that I watch people be so mad. I don't think like most of y'all because if that was the case, I wouldn't be in the line of work I'm in. Most of y'all thinking about y'all run on fear. So don't tell me you believe in God and you up here afraid of Donald Trump. And I don't even know what for because we had what 43 presidents, 44 that were horrible to black people. And some of them had black brown skin. I'm gonna get that person a brown skin because he's not really, like come on, we got to quit with this fantasy of making everybody black. It's just simply not true. I walk on the planet as a black woman every day. Nobody confusing me with shit but a black woman. So that's how I'm feeling. What about you, Sissy? I'm sorry. I just
You all right? I'm
ooh,
feeling good.
yeah.
I'm
Anything you
feeling
want to
good.
anything in particular
Oh
for
no.
yourself?
You covered a lot of stuff. We talked about the
Yeah.
president and all that kind of stuff, which I try to stay away from that because people are really in their feelings,
Yes,
and
he
I'm
is.
quite burnt out about talking about this man. He gonna do what he gonna do just like he did the last time. So I think for him to monopolize all of our days, every time somebody black posted something, it's about President Trump. Every time somebody black is posting something, it's about the new bills he's signing and all this kind of stuff. Like I'm burnt out on President Trump. He was in here 4 years before. He's going to give us 4 more years. He's in there. There's not a goddamn thing we could do about it. So let's we have other things in our communities to focus on than to spend all of our time worrying about what Trump going to do because you can't change it. You can't. He's there. So people voted him in. It wasn't just the white people that people think carry SWAT stickers. It was some black folks. It was some Latino folks. It was some gay
A
folks.
lot of
It
Latino
was a
folks.
lot of people that voted for him that are tired of some of the shenanigans that are happening. So Trump is going to do what Trump's going to do. I think we have to stop giving this man so much energy. And that's what I got from Katana today in church when she was just saying, if you don't have to knuck if you buck with whoever. You know what I mean? If you will have a faith, if you're faith based at all, she was coming from Christianity, that's what she is. But if you're faith based at all, because she kept saying God, so if you're faith based and you're gonna rely on your faith to get through this like everybody, and she kept saying you have to have hope. If you don't have hope, then you did, because what are you fighting for? You gotta have drive. You gotta have hope and drive and all of that, regardless of who's president. Did everybody stop working when Obama was president? Did everybody retire then? Did everybody get to do what they wanted to do because we had a supposed black president? So we didn't get any special treatment when he was there. They didn't give us reparations that this didn't happen, that didn't happen. So we have another president in there. You still got to get up and go to work. Still got to do what you got to do. And so I think we're giving this man so much time and energy, particularly black people, because I swear, from the celebrities that thought they was going to have Kamala in there to the poor little ghetto girl that now got to get a job, everybody talking about Trump. And like I talked to say the other day, I'm a little bit hating if he was to say give up stamps. I'm hating because I know people that have been on Section 8. Their grandmama was on Section 8, their mama was on Section 8, now they on Section 8, and they paying $200 rent a month. They going on vacations. They get to get lace front hairdos. The kids got all the name brand shit, and they don't work and have a penny. I know people that work 2, 3 jobs. Kids got to wear bobos, but y'all don't know those are non-name brand shoes. They got to eat. They still getting generic. They in the store really counting their pennies because they don't have the food stamp to get it. So I'm hating. I think some people are abusing it. I don't think that would necessarily be a bad thing. I don't think that necessarily be a bad thing. So yeah, I agree with everything you just said. I really do.
I like the way you broke that down. I never even looked at it from that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you talked about people, surviving everything. I also tend to believe that I do think black people are in the illusion that the DEI somehow affects us. And to be honest with you, the number one group that's benefited from DEI have been white women.
Yep.
And I think the second group is gay white men. Because I don't know how your sexuality becomes a minority.
That
Like,
part.
you know how many gay white people be treating black gay people like shit?
And I don't even know how your sexuality would play a role anyway, unless you're going up for a sex position in a porno flick. And you know it's man on man. Why the hell will who you sleep with have to depend on what kind of job you do? I think that's crazy to even lump that in there with somebody that needs special privilege because of his sexual preference and what happens in his bedroom behind closed door versus somebody who's qualified to get the job. That's how far society has gone with the sickness. That your sexuality means you're qualified for this job because you're whatever you are. So you need to come get in here so that we can have different people in here. That shit's that's I'm sorry. I think that's an insult to me as a black woman. If I was going to get something, there are some jobs that don't want to hire black people. Yeah,
A
we know
lot
how
of
they
them.
freeze people out. We get it,
They've been
unless
doing
you
that.
are certain people. But I don't think the color because I can't change it. I can't come in there and say, hey, oh, was she black? I look every bit of black. Look at me. But I don't know who you're sleeping with and what you're doing in your bedroom until you make it known. So you cannot say what your sexual private preference is compares to what my reality is, which is what I look like. That's crazy. I think black people we should be insulted. That's why I don't pick up the banner to fight for gay rights. That's their battle to fight. I'm trying to fight for my black rights. I'm trying to fight for my black woman rights. I don't have to pick up y'all. I don't have time to pick up y'all flag and wave it. My back heavy from carrying my own shit.
And everybody who jumps on
That
it.
part, which is
Because
part of
here's my
them.
thing. You could, this is what I always say as the black woman that I am. Just because I'm really looking out for black people, don't mean I'm shitting on other people.
That part.
That's stuff that white people have done historically since we came here as slaves, right? Or enslaved
Mm-hmm.
people, right? So, like I don't care if somebody don't want me to live in their neighborhood.
That part.
I'm so okay with that because I probably don't want to live next to you either.
Mm.
So my thing is like, but I don't feel you have the right to treat me like shit, which is what have been happening. So here's the real kicker, even with the immigration. And this is the things I think if we're gonna get some shit right in our society, we gotta talk about some things, black people, and know the history.
That
Because the
part.
other part is that we don't know history. We don't know that these people came into the country to undercut black people. Like when your big mama and them was maids and things like that and
And
working at the
working the
hotel
fields.
and and then they barely want to pay us anything. Then they bring another group in and pay them $2-3 more that they didn't want to pay us. So there's a I don't do this fake blind. We in the same bucket. That's a
Mm.
lie.
That
We are
part.
not in the same bucket. Never been in the same bucket. I just learned. I wish I could share it that in LA there's a lawsuit because they have been on purposely shutting out black people from jobs. These are the other so-called people of color. So
Mm.
we don't get to act like that's not cool because maybe you married to somebody from those communities or you now eat more tortillas or some shit. I don't even really care. But my thing is you can't shut us
No.
out because black folks, we have always opened our door to everybody, but those same groups shut us out. That's why you don't see a lot of black people in LA right now.
That's why you will never walk into a Mexican restaurant and have a black person serve you.
Wait a minute. One of my students said
You will not.
she went to JJ's Fish, JJ's
On
Fish.
Fruit Ridge?
No, no, no. I'm talking about the one on Rockingham because I go
JJ.
there.
Okay, yeah, because
I
the
go.
one on
It's still
Fruit Ridge is
JJ.
Asians too.
Yo, JJ. No, the one.
That's
No,
who's
it's
in there?
not JJ's.
Oh,
Kiki's.
Kiki's.
Sorry,
Okay, yeah.
Kiki's. And this is my student. They asked me to bring them Kiki's. I bring them Kiki's. She went there to get an application. They was like, "We're not hiring." She looked around and everybody was Latino.
That
And I
part.
said to myself, "I'm not buying no more. I'm gonna have to drive the little ways out to Powers, wherever there's something where we're working at it." So
Mm-hmm.
y'all talk about DEI. Does that go for the other people of color hiring black
Mm-hmm.
people?
Mm-hmm.
Because they tend not to hire us at all.
Well, not. Tell me how many times you walked into an Asian establishment, Chinese food, and seen somebody black come serving your food. Now you can walk to a black-owned establishment, they're gonna have somebody non-black behind that counter serving you soul food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Just
think we
my
gotta.
just my
So
observation.
don't let
We
the
got a couple
DE.
of comments.
Okay, get it.
Tamika Helen says some people get reparations their own way. Expound on that if you could, Tamika. What you mean by that?
Yeah.
Peace and blessings, brother Tim.
And so yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, and I also want to say, let me be very clear because I don't really have a problem. And I'm not saying I'm giving Donald Trump all my issue
Mm-hmm.
energy. I keep up with it because
Well,
I'm
he no,
actually.
he's
No, I'm
this is
saying
a
I keep
current
up.
event.
No, I get you. I'm keeping up with it because I'm watching his policies. If he changed education, well, how is that really going to affect black kids? Because we the one. So we're the ones at all these continuation schools and community community schools
Built
because they're
for.
not doing well in the
Mm-hmm.
so-called regular system. And
Mm-hmm.
instead of them changing, they have programs from immigrants, programs for migrants. Black people, all they got for your black ass is detention.
And continuation.
And I mean, so I think
Yep.
there's something wrong when you see
Mm-hmm.
more of us there, which means the system doesn't work. And what I'm trying to get black people ready for is have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
If he passes this, this may be the liberation you need so your child can get some good education in. Maybe you could take them to Umoja. That's the
Which is a
sister
very
who,
good
yeah,
school.
she just got featured in the newspaper. She
Very
looked,
good
and they
school.
and they didn't even realize what they was they were debating her on changing the name to Umoja. Like that,
Which is
what just means
unity.
unity. Like how you
Isn't that
going?
what you say you want?
Yeah. So my thing is maybe you could pick that school and sacrifice for your kid to get there. If
Mm-hmm.
you have some things going on, you can actually go talk to the sister. She the principal. Like she's very involved in the community. It's
She
like
hosts a
I
lot
don't.
of community events in
Yeah,
the school.
this is
Mm-hmm.
a principal of a school. So I'm saying to myself, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Sometimes when you be fighting things, at least you think you're fighting something, it's really God trying to free you up
Trying to
to
tell
get
you
something
something.
better. But your fear jump in because some of y'all is afraid to move. Y'all afraid to do better. Y'all afraid of the change
I
you
was about to
claim
say
you
that.
won't.
Some people are so afraid of change, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But it's going to change regardless because nothing stays the same.
yeah.
So we're going to change regardless.
You know,
And
um,
sometimes things are happening at accelerated rate because let's be honest, some people are very comfortable. That goes from, I'm gonna say it again, to the people that make $200,000 a year and consider themselves or more in middle class. And the people that are not making nothing.
elites.
Everybody is, everybody's comfortable. People are comfortable with their crumbs. As long as I got as long as my rent is paid and I got my food in there and I can get my clothes, everybody's comfortable. Everybody's just stagnant. So some shit about to get shook up, and people got to be ready for it. Good evening, Joseph
Hey, brother.
Wyken.
Hey,
Hey,
brother.
Jasmine Morris
Yeah,
or Jermaine Morris. My bad. Hey,
yeah.
Passion.
I just feel like we at the right place at the right time. I would say this: these are days I remember my uncle Stanley, blessed in memory. His birthday was on the oh my God, it's my blank.
27th.
27th, 27th. And he used to say he hoped he'd be dead and gone when the shit hit the fan because America has really done some shit to black people. And he lived in that time. He's
And
born
it's
in
hitting the fan.
1923 and it's hitting the fan.
My
And
mom used to say
so
that too.
mom used to say that too.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're all
And they
ancestors
knew
now.
something we didn't know.
Yeah.
They
And they
experienced something we
lived
didn't
through
experience.
something
Something.
that
Yep.
we just don't even comprehend because we keep blowing up history like it's what we happening right now. No,
And Ken, while you talking about history, can I just get on this? I'm gonna leave out
please.
Donald Trump too, because I know.
No,
But
no.
people
All right,
were
man.
saying, no, I'm just because I'm talking
Oh,
about, yeah. But because you were talking about history,
yeah.
they're saying they're upset because he's taking away Black History Month to make it World History Month. He's not. Then he's going to no longer teach about the Tuskegee Airmen. That it is our job to pass on our history. When did we put it in somebody else's hands? Because first, if they do give it, the history is not going to be the truth. It's not going to be what actually happened. It's going to be whatever version they want us to know. So why are we looking for them to pass on our rich history, even though it's very dark, but it's still a rich history? It is our job to pass that on to our youth. It's not the school districts, it's not the governments, it's not your neighbors, it's not another race of people, it's not somebody different. This is our job to pass on our history to our children. My son is in high school. He's a senior. He's going through all these history classes, and he be in their school the teacher. She be, I gotta look this up because he knows his history. So you can't come tell him we enjoy slavery and we learn job skills. No, he's going to talk. He's going to debate you on that. Like, what do you mean by that? You know what I mean? No, that's not what happened. He taught here at the school heard that George Washington had slave teeth in his mouth. Like my son knows his history. So you can't want your, it's our job to educate our children on our history. It's not the government's and it's not the school system. And I really wouldn't want them to because it's a watered down version that's not going to give you the rich history. It's only going to tell you that you were a slave and you were beaten. And our history is deeper than slavery. And even from slavery, we learned a lot. Just to get through slavery, we have to be a resilient, strong people. But
That's
they will
right.
never depict us that way.
It ain't their job.
It's not. So
I
why
don't,
would we
I
get
don't,
mad at them for teaching?
I don't know if my ancestors and me,
Mhm.
because I think the fact that they are still on the top and we keep struggling at the bottom meant that they are practicing the same practices of their ancestors. Don't get it twisted.
Mhm.
So I don't try to act like you're different. No, I don't care if
It
he
ain't
wasn't
broke,
there.
don't fix
You're
it.
standing on their shoulders, so you are there. Just like I'm standing on my ancestors' shoulders, right?
Mhm.
But I also feel like something is very wrong when we really. It's like you'll never see a Jewish person send their kids to the Germans and be like, tell them what you did to us in World War II. Tell them what you did.
True
Tell them
talk.
they know they're not gonna do that.
True talk.
Then why do we keep sending our kids to the killing fields? Why aren't
True
we
talk.
putting in? See, I'm gonna tell you what I do remember about the 70s. Because for some reason that's one of the era.
That's
I'm
your
glad I
era.
came along in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I remember black folks schooling us. I remember when we had the drill team or the step team,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember get the shirts and all the black people put time into their kids. Like that's your child is like you're responsible for what they learn. What kill me is when parents be complaining, and then
You
I'll be
ain't
like, well,
doing
how
nothing.
much time did you sit at the table with your kid when they was doing their homework? Well, shit, I was watching or whatever you were
Do you
doing.
even know they teachers?
Yeah. Oh, not because your kid is in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Mm-hmm.
you go up there and be like, can I volunteer? Can I, maybe I'll sit in the back. And you know your kid.
That part.
You know your kid.
I can remember going to school and then leaving, going to something black, like now maybe not school, but somewhere
Mhm.
black where it was you got the almost like we were getting deprogrammed from our day and still, you know what I
Yes,
mean? You know
Khadijah.
what I'm saying? I remember doing
I
all of that. I
remember that.
remember us leaving from school and then going to whatever program was in our community. It was
Yeah.
always something African American centered,
Hmm.
to maybe give us back some of our, juju, some juice, some knowledge, some feel good, because
Yeah.
we had just left from the white people's institution, to be completely honest. And so we were being brainwashed for a whole 7, 8 hours. So they had to come out and kind of deprogram us when we came. I remember this is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember
I
that.
remember that
Hmm.
distinctly.
Yep.
And I just feel like I think sometimes I don't know other people that will ask their devil and people who don't want you to be nowhere where they are to school them.
You just made me think of something. You said the what you say? You said the devil today in church again. And I'm not a member of this church, but I go anywhere I can get
I
some knowledge
remember
or some
this.
words. She said sometimes we invite the demon into our life, and that was like boom. You know what I mean? She was like, that was that. I can't even remember the metaphor she had used, but it was we through the whole service. Me and Ro kept going, girl, girl, because she was hitting on it, because she was saying when you're not doing God's work or you're not busy building your kingdom or doing what you have to do, it's like you're inviting a demon, and she said something almost to the point like they're a demon,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
you invite them into your. It was just
Because you're attracted to that
because you're
energy.
attracted to that. And she did a
But
word
then
today.
but then in the same breath, Khadijah, this
Go
would
ahead,
crack me up.
say it.
In
Go
the
ahead.
same breath, we want people to think we're righteous and we can't even be honest. Like maybe I did learn some stuff when I was going that wasn't correct. So let me fix it. Let me go get some information because that didn't work for me. And I
That
don't
part.
want to expose my kids to that. You know, some of the one of the things, and I swear, I just gotta, because sometimes I think I was just dumbfounded at some of the shit I was hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard people talk about this man being a felon, and I thought to myself, half y'all got mates that are felons. The head of your household is a felon.
Some of y'all are
Like,
feelings.
ah, ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all just said Pastor K used. I got my glasses.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. What did it say? Pastor K used the metaphor of a tug of war rope. Yes, she did. The tug of
Yeah,
war. She said, tug of war, you got to fight back and forth, and either somebody going to lose and follow the other team, or both of y'all don't go nowhere, but you still stuck in the mud. She was, Pastor K got down.
she
Yeah,
got
still
down
check your
today.
text messages, please. I just text you something.
Yeah,
But she got down today. I mean,
yeah,
she
she
gets
did.
down all the time.
She
That's
do.
why, I'm not a
And
member of her church, but we
yeah,
go to get that word, because the word don't matter who it's come from. The
yeah,
word is the word. That's why our ancestors were able to be Christians. They were able to be Buddhists. They were able to follow Yahweh and Yahweh, whatever, because the word is the word is the word. If you believe in God and you have a faith base, you can call him whatever you want. Yahweh, Allah, great, will create whatever you want to call him. The word is the word, and that's what shut your behind. But she stood on that today, and it was a good
yeah,
word, and that
yeah,
church was packed.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, it was.
And
And I
she
got
told
to
me,
sing in the choir like my mama used to do,
yes.
y'all. I ain't even know church
And my
member.
nephew was
Thank you
on
for time.
base.
Yeah, my baby played the bass, y'all, for
My nephew was on
St. Mark
base,
Missionary Baptist Church.
yeah. So, but it was just beautiful, and I just feel like black people, we gotta like look at our history and do our work. Look at our history and do our work. And so for me, I lean on a lot of my mom, my grandmother, just people I've been around. I'm so grateful that I can remember. And even if you're around, you're young, you don't know why you're around these older people. You be like, Lord Jesus. But now that I'm old enough, I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for their life, for me being in their life. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
grateful because all the things they said are coming to
I
pass.
find myself saying so many old phrases that I heard mom and Aunt Winnie and other people say.
Hmm.
I never knew what some of those sayings meant when I was young. I thought it was just like,
Hmm.
here they go with one. I find myself saying stuff that they say all the time now, and I'll be like, damn, I'm old. Which I'm happy. I mean, I'm,
No,
I'm, I'm
no,
proud to
most
be
definitely.
older, but I just be like, I know what that means. Like all closed eyes aren't sleep. I know what that means now. I didn't know like your eyes is closed, you sleep. That was my reasoning and my thought. Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
That was my reason and my thought. But it's just them old sayings. They come back and they really mean something.
And I'm
They
so
really
grateful, and
do.
I'm so grateful for it. I think that's the other thing is the gratitude. And I just feel like in this time, some of us is built for this time.
That part.
Some of us is not built for this time. See, I lived through the crack era.
That part.
So for me, that felt like a battleground.
And post crack era, because that was
Oh
horrible
shit,
too.
we still in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done
We
30
yeah.
years later, we still dealing with some of this shit.
Yeah.
We also I also remember being hearing people talk about that era like it was a great era. And I think that's just so disrespectful because you got to buy some jury, but you basically poison your whole goddamn
No, I was going
community.
to say only people bragging
Yeah,
on that was people who reap benefits from the
yeah,
havoc it caused. Because I don't know, that ain't nothing to brag on.
it sure
Ain't nothing braggadocious about wiping out a whole community and destroying generations of people. Hey,
yeah,
I wouldn't even be proud of that.
yeah. But
So
I
I
mean,
feel
so
they are. They really are.
yeah, and I
I
think
hear
like
people
that's
talk
why
about. I remember when I had the Gold Grill. We went to Freaknik and we did this and we all the shit they did off of money that was illegally done, but they bragging on the stuff they got to do. They didn't. I remember we built that supermarket with the drug money. The
yeah.
drug dealers did do that. And some people, some community drug dealers sold drugs just to get up out a little slump, and then they went on the. We don't got none of that.
But I also think that's why in the black nonprofit world,
Oh Lord.
we are in love with defects.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a program. Stop killing each other and gang banging, but not telling this man how to be a man and buy a house for his family.
Real talk.
You ain't got no program like that. We'll have all kind of stuff, child abuse, just you name it. We got all kind of bullshit, but nothing to like. I see so many young boys who are brilliant, but there's no man there to guide them, just their mom and their grandmom. And
It's a lot of them.
you know, sometimes I'll see black women, and they be looking so mean. And what I tell myself, this is what I say. I see them with their children. I think to myself, where's the men? Like, and so I think some of that attitude is from, and I don't care why they chose who they chose. I think we have to get here, but I also think, you know, sometimes we make choices because we think we're in love with somebody, and it ain't working out because this dude is ill-equipped. Your ass is ill-equipped, and now you got children, and they gonna probably be ill-equipped, and they're not gonna know how. Like I watch little boys, and sometimes their energy be kind of, all over the place because we don't know. They just can't sit down and just do it. Shit, I can't sit down sometimes, but I think we don't know what to do with that because usually when there's a man there and
They
he
know how
tells
to
him to
direct that
shut down,
energy.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this movie. It's a Jamaican movie. I try to Better Must Come, and he has a son, and his son was doing some stuff, and I think he was playing like he had a fake gun, and the dad said, "Give me that gun." He said, "Here, deal with this mango." And tell the little boy they took him some time to peel the mango. But he knew instead of getting him like, don't play with that. That's not a fake gun. He was like, yo, give me that. You don't need to do that. Here, go peel this. But sometimes, we gotta get back into the position where we're teaching our girls and our boys what the Javon says this all the time, the science to mating. People just fall in love with people. They like, for instance, they know that this person in some ways, because girls are smart. They're definitely ahead of boys. But we just take a lot of, well, it's okay, he'll get better. Girl, that ain't your job. But you probably watched your mama do that. And all you could do is follow suit. And so you may be used to an absentee man because the men in your house was
Well, you
absent.
may be used to build a man because your mama always trying to build a
That's
man
my
like build
point.
a bear. I got you.
So I just
I'm
feel
right there
like
with you.
but I also feel like black people, we were the tightest when we knew exactly who the enemy was. And so
I
if you
agree.
want to make this man the enemy, I don't really care. Build Have a plan for when our kids can't go, they all be left in the school where everybody else can get their kids out and our kids are still there. Have a plan for all these young brothers and sisters sitting up in juvenile hall and we know they got to come back out into the world. Have a plan for them. When I'm talking to them in my program, a lot of them talk about adults making promises that they don't keep. That's why I don't believe in making promises to kids. If I know I have no, really way of controlling it or whatever. Greg King used to say that don't make promises if you know you're not going to be able to keep it. But a lot of men, they're on a lot of broken promises and they've been fending for themselves. And I'm just saying, yo, I think all of this shit is divine order. Ain't nobody going to tell me that. Look, after the time I had running for office, first of all, I'm grateful that I dodged that goddamn bullet. because now it's about to be held because a large part of that school district is full of Latinos.
DEI hires.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely that. So I'm like, whew, thank God, thank you, God. You know what I mean? But I just also feel like sometimes you got to go through that so you can tell yourself that you are sure why you are not in that seat. Like I know I didn't get to do all the great work I did because I was waiting on the teachers union who protect bad teachers.
That
I
part.
know that.
That
So I'm
part.
so grateful. But I also think maybe we need to dismantle these unions. Don't be scared, y'all. I ain't been really doing too much for black people.
That part.
Don't be scared.
I'm
Don't let
looking.
people
I'm
scare
looking at
you.
how a union is railroading a black employee in the Elk Grove School District right now. And that was just one case that I'm helping somebody with, and then another one we learned about in church that she's being at the school right next door to that school, who came from the school next door, and they making comments about that's tied up like a noose, calling black people coconut pickers, talking about the way our names are pronounced, and they're being protected by the union.
The unions.
Because the union is not for the employees, it's for the institute of which it's the
It's
union
not for the
for.
student.
It's for the student, and it's not for the
It ain't never for good
yeah,
good
yeah,
teachers.
never.
You know.
So so we be.
But if the money gets moved, that's why
Mhm.
y'all gotta look at liberation a different way. Harriet Tubman never wrote them like, all right, y'all, we leaving tomorrow. We going no, she had to do it in
Make
whisper,
moves.
honey. She just did it
Mhm.
because change is not something that's welcomed. It just has to come like a boom, like that. It has to come just like that. But that's, I'm here for it. I'm
Mhm.
so here for it because we've been around for a long time and change has not been good for black people. Now, I don't want to hear no shit about we had a black president who helped everybody but black people. That's very black of you. So what the hell do we care? That's why he could sit there and laugh with Trump. Because you know what? This shit is politics.
That's all it is.
It's politics and it's politics. And then Kamala sat there and got mad because she knew she shouldn't have been a goddamn nominee.
Mhm.
But we change up shit all the time. But when it comes to people who are really, really black, because we have yet to have a physically black president, like mama black, daddy blacker than black. You go all the way back to black. We haven't had any of those yet.
That part.
Don't you think that's a slap in the face? If you was a little black girl, a little dark black girl, do you really think she have a chance at some shit like that?
Mhm.
Absolutely not. And you know I ain't lying. But we like to throw everybody in the same boat. No, absolutely not. So I'm
Speaking
here
of
for it.
and speaking of change we talking about, I just want to know if anybody's following this and caught up on this. The sister from New York that went to Pakistan to marry the 19-year-old, and now she's refusing to leave Pakistan. Talking about she went fifty
This is
thousand
mental health.
dollars, and oh, she's definitely got
This is
something
she got
wrong.
mental health
First of
issues.
all, she got lines in eyebrows, so that
I
that was
seen
that
that.
was the key giveaway right there. But just the fact that she over there talking about she gonna build that she gonna build homes and she need money by I okay, I'm just looking
But I
through some of the
also
topics,
think
but
even though she has mental
but
health problems, what's going on here? The shit to go way the fuck over there.
and the thing about it is some of the older Pakistani men is like, I'll marry you.
She they
I'll
gonna
give you
they
two
gonna
thousand dollars. They're gonna
they
put
gonna
her
work
ass
her
in the field
ass.
somewhere.
Yeah, they gonna work her
But
ass
that
to death.
that lady, it's just that. And yeah, I would say to myself, how out of your mind do you have to be to go to a whole nother country and fuck with these people? It's not like you coming to the United States because you'll get benefits here. You ain't gonna get shit over there. You know what I mean? But
I'm just
I
saying.
just think, that's crazy.
We do got some stuff. It's a lot of cases. Next week we're gonna be up on it and really, talk about a lot of this stuff. We're trying to let some things die down. I don't know how people feel about tariffs. I'm
Uh,
gonna leave it alone. So I
go
guess,
ahead.
but I think, yeah,
We're gonna have to spend a show really talking about that
I want to go through
specifically
some.
because it's current events.
Because here's the thing.
That's what we talk about.
Even
But
though
I
my
was just
hair
saying that to those who
is fake
get
hair.
I was saying that to those who get on here every day and complain. That's what I was talking
Okay,
about. Now, not just
I get
because
you.
we're going to talk about it because it's news. We talk about the news all the time. But just those that get on here that I've never even seen post nothing that are like on here really
They
complaining.
can't
Like,
even walk their kids to
yeah,
school.
like, please.
Listen to me, they only walk their kids to school.
Go ahead. You
I
said,
feel like
go
if
ahead.
they put a tariff on China, which he just did, China, Mexico,
Canada.
and Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought to myself, yeah, this ain't real hair. But you know what? My hair looks good, so I don't really need this. If tomorrow they say this hair I bought is $100, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that shit is sitting there.
You can do my regular
Yeah,
hair.
braid the shit up. and I got plenty of scars. My hair probably like,
You got
thank
me
you
crying.
God. So I just feel like quit complaining. So what, your eggs may be higher. Y'all shouldn't be buying this fake plastic stuff anyway. I mean, if you got to shop in the dollar store, you go to your house and you got so much shit in there from the dollar store, that meant that you didn't really need to spend that money at the dollar store for cheap products. I remember when China, they said China had the toothpaste we was buying was messed up. Why are we buying toothpaste? Hell, I know so many people who make their own toothpaste,
And
own
soap
soap
powder.
powder. Hold on.
Soaps.
Yeah, so it's okay. The tariffs make, they say Americans are overweight. Well, goddamn it, we could lose some weight.
What's up, Paula? Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm just saying, with that, maybe we could lose some weight. I'm just saying, y'all be talking about things because in y'all comfort, y'all don't want to. Y'all not up for the fight.
I don't even know if some people even know what a tariff is. I'm being completely
When they
honest.
put taxes
Yes,
on
I
these
don't think some
people.
people, even the people that it will affect, probably don't even know what the hell that means. I'm dead
It means
serious.
that if some things are high now, look this. I'll be like this. Look at your clothes if you don't get them made, and who does it say make your clothes? You got a cotton T-shirt that probably comes from Honduras because they have cotton T-shirt making factories there. I've toured one when I was there, so I'm just saying, like, player, like
Player.
maybe we need to cut off all this BS. Maybe we shouldn't have braids down to the goddamn floor. Thank God it ain't real horsehair because the horse be boring as hell. Like maybe we shouldn't have eyelashes out to here. Maybe you should just wear your own eyelashes. Maybe you should stop competing with image that ain't even real. Because everybody copying you in your baby hair. Maybe look, this could be a blessing. Maybe we don't need no more Chinese food. Because Chinese people don't eat Chinese food.
Chinese with no soul food here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but the Chinese food that they got here, that's some made up shit that they made when they came here.
I heard they don't even make egg rolls.
Yeah, that's shit from here. The shit they make from here.
And all that. Yep.
But I'm just saying, maybe that needs to happen for us, y'all. I believe in divine order. I believe that we all know that the devil was an angel that fell from heaven, but God knew what he was doing when he did that because somebody has to do the things that are uncomfortable. You feel me? That's what we may not move if God show up and be all nice and shit. We'd be like, yeah, I get to that shit. But when the devil show the fuck up, you be like, no.
And that reminds me of, they had little things about gentle parenting where the mama's like, get down off of there, stop the dad, get your ass in the baby, stop. That's That's like almost like a gentle parenting, and not that the devil is our parent. I'm not saying that.
But the harshness,
sometimes that sternness makes people move expeditiously and not procrastinate. Your mom, I tell my son when he can take the trash out, and he'd be like, okay. And been his dad like, y'all said the trash, boop, he up running like, well, I just tell Georgia the same thing, But and I'm not just a parent by no means. I get an ass, but I'm just saying sometimes it's just a difference in the way you move depending on who's telling you to do it. And when the devil comes, he's come to kill, steal, and destroy. You know what I mean? So you tend to get a little busy and get to be moving. Ass. Yeah, you get going.
I hate to say it like that. So some people are not into things like. I don't even want to use Joe Biden as an example. I don't know how he became a fucking angel when this nigga locked up all the black people, but okay. But I mean, y'all tried to. I mean, I have never met one Jewish person that tried to tell you that Hitler was the same person.
That part.
But I would see black people like, we were going for Joe and Kamala. Kamala, are you serious? The shit she did? And then the second part, look at Joe Biden. Then I had somebody tell me this one. I had to go on meditation, but I know the person didn't really mean any harm by it. But I had to like check it a little bit. Like, you don't get to fucking tell me what's harmful for me because this person when it may be good for you, but not gonna be good for me.
What they say? I'm all on the edge of my seat. Like,
whatever that person did, let's not look at that because we can't let this other person get in office. I said, do what? Like, first of all, that's offensive because if something's hurting my community, we've been putting our shit on the back burner since we've been here.
That's like telling somebody that's been R, because I know sometimes they say you can't say that on here, having an apist and saying, oh, you got to forgive that this person aped you and messed up your body and you have psychological issues and you had to have a baby through an apist. You know what I mean? That's what it's like.
But people are so comfortable with black people taking the L. They're so comfortable with us losing.
L in black is loser.
Yeah.
Buffoon, loser.
Yeah.
Asshole. What's like?
Yeah, no.
Coon.
Yeah.
They think, yeah.
But I just felt like I had to like, and and I'm saying like, if the person was really cool, but I just had to
Was the
be like,
person black?
no, they would thought they was helping me, and I was like,
Hmm.
no, I don't really give a fuck. Like, yeah, those comments I made about Donald Trump, that was in 2020, and I still mean that shit.
And my thing is this: you are entitled to feel and say whatever the hell you want to feel and say. Because the same way they want you to respect their opinion, they need to give you that same courtesy and respect
I
yours.
agree.
That's why when people be up here, I had a lot of people I know that was pro Kamala, and I didn't really, president, I didn't really give a damn. I didn't vote for her, but I didn't really. But I would not get into debates with them when they was on a ride. That's y'all ride. That's who you going for. Power to Kamala
But
for
you can't
you.
get mad because she
But yeah,
lost.
and you
So
can, yeah, and the same people vote for Trump. I don't get mad when I see people with Trump signs. That's who you're going for. That's your thing. Go. I think people are so sensitive that they feel they can control people's opinions and perspectives and what they want, and I think that's crazy.
yeah.
And I think the fact that they dug up something from 2020 or
Well, that was your
2019 or
union
something,
member. That
yeah,
was our. That was our guy. Hey, that was our guy who was the IT person.
hey
So
Cheryl,
he ain't never worked with kids, but he know how to go through your Facebook page and all my videos. I say a lot of shit
even
in my
stuff that was
videos.
deleted and
Yeah,
old, and
yeah,
he
yeah.
really dug for some
He
dirt on you.
did.
That just tells, and I want you to pop your collar. I'll pop it for you. Bam. That's a testament to the hard work that you do. That this man raised over $100,000, and you raised what, close to 10,000,
Close to
if
10,000.
that.
And
And
I got,
he had the y'all. You only lost by a small margin.
well,
Less. It
yeah.
wasn't a
I was
huge.
40. I had 41% of the vote,
And
and
he
he
had,
had 58. But
yeah,
if
that
you
ain't
do it
shit,
by the
y'all.
money, if you take
From
that
a
hundred
hundred
thousand and
thousand to
divide it
10.
by his, and then my 10,000 by
Yeah.
mine.
So he had to go
So
dig through all. You were so powerful, and you do such. You could have been such an asset to the children because it ain't got. It's nothing to do with the children. Let's just put this out there.
yeah,
They did not pick the candidate that was
no,
best for the job that could really do work with
they
the
picked
children.
somebody that's
They
gonna push
picked
shit through
somebody
as a
that was
junior.
safe for them to continue to do the shit that they do.
Yeah.
And so that's why he was elected.
Well,
So he
I'm
had to dig
glad
through
he
all.
won.
He had to dig through all your stuff to get it.
Yeah, I'm glad you won, Mr. Navarro. I really am, because you're gonna find out what I've always known as a black person, and you're not gonna know it the way I know it. But that's why Donald Trump won. I'm glad I lost, and I'm glad he won. I'll go right on the record, because he's gonna do shit I can never do. He gonna Black folks is getting ready. We about to even up the score. That's why we gotta be ready. We gotta be ready. I mean, at the bottom of my
Oh
heart,
God,
I love
this
it, because
damn London.
he's more of a, to me, he's coming to do the job that we all know. America, we need to clean up America. We need to do that.
I remember
We
when I
need to
was
take
younger, people
resources.
were afraid to sneak into America. Yeah, I'm being honest. People were afraid to come. They didn't know
Not
what
when
was
you get
going
two
to.
years free
Yeah, but
rent.
now you get. That's going to be one of our topics. You get free rent. You get SNAP benefits, EBT card, all of that kind of stuff. I remember it was a time that America was respected, even though we were treated at the bottom of the totem pole. Don't get me wrong, we was never. But it was just something different. And now it's welcome to everybody, and we still at the bottom of the totem pole.
Hey, there was a black woman who said in Texas. And see, my thing is, when you talk about the wrong people do to you, it don't make you a racist. It make the shit the fact.
That part.
She said that, and then another video of a man said that during the civil rights movement, the Latinos didn't want to join in with us. They didn't want to join in with us.
Hmm.
So y'all, now they all in the same boat, because they see. I say this. This is the real truth. Black people may not have money and shit,
We got
but
power.
we got energy.
Hmm.
We can make your shit visible,
We can make
because
it
that's all we got is our energy. That's why we made every form of music you could think of in food. America is great because they had these enslaved people who had crazy energy. That even in our
crazy
suffering,
energy and creativity.
yeah, I think
Yep,
even in
that's
our
real
even in
talk.
our suffering, we created blues, jazz, gospel. We making pots and pans and makes. I mean, come on, you can't. We could. Nobody makes macaroni and cheese.
I
That's
was
some
finna
shit
say
we
we
make.
turned the food they threw away into delicacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what we got if we ain't got nothing else. So my thing is, like, black folks, stand down. That's, you're gonna hear me say that. Stand the fuck down and get up and fight for your own people. That's my message to y'all in
Real life.
2025. 25. Like, stand down, and you stand down and get to work on your own community. Take a book, take a lesson out of your ancestors' book, and get to fighting. That's all I can tell you for yourself.
And mind your
Don't
business.
worry about nobody else, because you best believe the
They
lady
ain't
said they
worried
lived in
about
Texas
you.
back in the day. The Latino people didn't even want to fuck with them like that. See, we gonna act like this shit didn't exist. I don't want to hear I'm married to somebody and he Latino, he make good bean soup. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Little chick on here, she
Oh my
Omega, work
God.
for the thing. She gonna try to come
Oh
like she's
God.
checking me. Girl, get the
Well,
fuck
let
out of
me
here.
see. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
this damn London. I'm sorry.
You know I ain't
Black
lying.
people. Okay, here's on my phone. I
Okay,
cannot with
good.
this lady right here.
Just saying.
Yeah, Miss Levy. I'm gonna say Miss Levy.
Okay.
Black people try to control other black people with the same answers that their oppressors control them with. Did she
Yeah.
control them with? People thought that we all should be voting for Kamala because she told us she is black. What kills me is that people fell for that before with Obama. Yes, they did.
I agree. I was
Yes,
one
they okie
I
doke.
voted for the man twice. But the truth is I only voted for him because I like Michelle. But this
That's why
last go around, I was like, Michelle, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. I like you, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I guess we have something in common. But what I'm coming to learn about some of these people, these elitist black people, they don't have our thing in mind because she ain't do shit for us either. Besides talking about becoming. Becoming what, motherfucker?
And I read that book. I couldn't even finish it.
Becoming what? I'm here. I became. What are we talking about here? And so my things I have, and anybody, I think Michelle is cool, but I think she got to know that sometimes she don't speak for all of us, and I'm one of them. You don't speak for me, Michelle Obama. I think you're a great person, but you don't speak for me. A lot of these Negroes don't speak for me.
That part.
Some of them I know don't
Mm.
speak for me. I don't care if you're the head of the union with doo-doo draws on. I don't give a damn. You don't speak for me.
I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes
That's me being humorous,
my
y'all.
just go off.
Because that should be
That's
pissing
gonna
me
come
off.
back and you run for
That's all right.
office,
I ain't running for
and
office
they
no more.
gonna say she
I
talking
have
about
never.
we gotta protect those who still do
That's what they said.
laws. That's what that's gonna we gotta
That's
figure
what
out
they
right.
said. They had a video going around of me calling Kamala a bitch. I sure did. I call her a bitch right now. I call her a funky bitch.
Okay,
Talking about.
Kamala was about to get a country over to the Indians. That's some people.
Hey. What was she giving black people? Jail time?
She told us she wasn't giving us shit.
She said, I know just for black people. No. That's what no.
Put that dumbass goofy.
But let me tell you what I love about black
Where the
folks.
fuck the Chucks and Pearls at?
But hold on. I'm so sick of them. They don't do shit either. All these sororities, and they ain't got one fucking hospital.
Or school.
School, bank, anything. Chucks and Pearls. Nigga, I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all can have Chucks and BB guns. I wouldn't give a fuck. Where's your work at? Where's the work? Shit. I'm so serious. Black people, we love it. School, get the fuck out of here. Motherfuckers out here homeless, struggling, your kids struggling.
We got black girls and women being killed, black girls being sex trafficked, and we worried about something.
The fuck out of here. What's wrong with black people? Why do we do stupid shit like that? And see, I'm an educator. Kids know me. They love me. But I keep it real. Because we got to stop lying and telling our kids false realities. Half the niggas ain't even married to nobody.
Hi, baby. How you
Can't even start a relationship.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all look here. Y'all know, look here. I just feel like, fuck the dumb shit.
She protected the Asians, yet she is black. Yeah,
she black on some holidays and once a year.
That part.
They take Joe Brown.
We knew she wasn't black when she talked about cleaning greens in the tub. We don't cook our food no damn.
But if you know Indian cooking,
they do.
That's about right. That's how we know she was an Indian, cutting meat with their toenails and shit. Like, no, got my hand in my bread, hand in my bread. The fuck? Y'all act like black people can't tell the truth. See, y'all know about this. Back in the day, we had relatives who would talk shit, but everything they said was damn near right. When they were talking about other groups and how they
come on now, you better say it.
But the degrees is powerful. It's a degree that they paid a whole bunch of money for that don't guarantee them nothing. I know so many motherfuckers with degrees that's homeless right now and they don't have a job and riding some man's dick so they can have shelter. Fuck out of
Even go on mute. On my own computer.
Sorry, y'all. You made me choke. Yeah, what she say? Washing greens in the tub.
All while washing greens in the tub with her nasty. Exactly. Yeah. Like, ladies, sit down.
But if you watch how they be making food over in India, you're gonna be like, I ain't been to Indian food since.
Ever since you showed
a couple
me that,
years.
I can't.
And I used to love naan bread. I was like, and my thing is, we'll be trying to make wage for other people, and they still shitting on us. Then say, come march for me. If I see another video of a Mexican talking about us not helping them, I'm gonna be like, my nigga. Now you're about to get cussed the fuck out. Like, leave us the fuck alone. We ain't in this shit. Shit, that 14.
Where were all these Mexicans worrying about deportations when they was whooping the Haitians in Texas with the whips and shit? Where were they at saying, no, let them stay here. They're immigrants like us. Sit down, stand down. That's y'all business. Get to work.
She said she also homosexuals.
The girl, it's a whole bunch of homosexuals out here.
I just know people like, girl, this really don't make no damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta just stand down. Like, why can't y'all just leave black people alone?
They can't, Londa.
Y'all
They
just
can't.
leave us alone, yo.
Because they know, like you just said, our energy. They know once we get in the fight, it's gonna bring some noise. It's gonna
And
bring
if
some
Al Sharpton don't sit his James
bobblehead
Brown
ass,
looking
like
ass
a
down,
bobblehead.
what he look like going to Costco? See, that's y'all gotta do
Wait,
y'all
what happened?
research.
What happened?
He told take 100 of his members to Costco. This how crazy. You gotta listen to the video. Buy them all Costco cards to shop at the store, and most motherfuckers left out with the Costco card.
Yeah, because they can't afford shit in Costco. You can't just have a Costco card.
Because they not go to DEI program. He said that's federal. That ain't federal, but I'll tell you
What,
this.
he thought the Costco card was like a credit card? What
He was trying to show that we need to be shopping there. We can barely buy eggs at Costco. I mean, at Costco, what's that?
Winco.
Winco. Not Costco, your bobblehead bastard. I'm sick of his ass too. I'm sick of these race hustling ass niggas. Al Sharpton, you've been around too long for black people to be struggling in New York. I'm gonna just give you New York Action Network. That's like hustling network. You've been hustling black people.
Only thing I can think about is his little ass dancing like a bobblehead with that suit on. I like Al
Get
Sharpton.
your
Sit
ass
down
out of
somewhere.
here. That's sad that they the only ones left in the whole movement. That meant the nigga was sitting behind somewhere. I mean, he wasn't out there fighting because he'd have been dead up there with Dr. King. So miss me with the bullshit because I don't know what you've been doing. Fuck out of here. You was mad at Obama because the nigga ain't invite you to the White House. You and Cordell was mad at the motherfucker. And Travis Scott, maybe it's Travis Smiley. That some of them was mad as shit.
Oh God, this
Fuck out of here. I'm just really sick of y'all act like my thing is if you have elders in your life, talk to them, get your history, because people will lie and rewrite the history. Then y'all be thinking that, you know, one person was the devil and the other person was righteous. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That part.
If motherfuckers are still around when they was dropping and killing people, that meant they wasn't doing shit. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he wanted to do bulk shopping. Yeah.
Comments.
F them. If they march their ass over here to pick cotton and grapes, then they can fight for themselves. Leave us out of it.
You ain't lying. They brought their own stuff here. I didn't even think about that, sis.
Real life. Eggs is $7. You ain't never lied.
But you know what?
We know how we get the, what is it, 12 dozen we get? That's like 30 something bucks, almost $40. But go ahead.
It's okay though. Maybe we eat less eggs.
We sure the hell do.
Maybe we ain't supposed to be eating eggs from an animal. Maybe the same way we
maybe
drink
it's
milk.
time for you to get with somebody with a farm and buy your eggs off the farm.
Maybe you should go to Sugar Shack Farms and put your orders in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I feel like I think our ancestors have given us a refresher because we don't forgot what the fuck this shit was all about.
Not too comfortable.
Even though we can never see the days they seen, I drive all over the country. I go where the fuck I want to go. They couldn't do that. So stop comparing your petty ass moment in the sun with their existence.
Cheryl said they need to keep selling oranges at the freeway entrances.
That's fucked up. Hey. And I'm not against black people.
Give them they
will hustle.
They hustle. You know, when Trump was in the office this second term, I'm not even gonna lie because I'm very observant. On my way to take my son to school, we passed 3 taco stands. You know, they set up their restaurants on the side of the road, the tables. They was gone for a few days. I didn't see the flower lady selling her flowers. I didn't see the tamale lady.
My fruit lady.
The fruit they've been missing, so I'm starting to see them back out. But the same way y'all hustle to do that, hustle to keep y'all ass here, or y'all go and hustle to go march.
Why don't you do that in your own country? That's what I'm not trying to. They did deport some Africans, and you know they was proud to show them. I'm like, wait a minute, these are black people, but you was here long enough, you could have got your shit cleared.
Yeah.
See, y'all don't know about this. Back in the early turn of the last century, a lot of Caribbeans came in here and they blended in with African Americans. Mm-hmm. That's why at least on the Eastern Seaboard, at least a third of us have an ancestor that's from the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. But they came in, they came in and just blended in to black folks. But sometimes people got here and act like they was better than us. Bye-bye.
That part. And they want to be distinctive that they're not Afro-Latino either. They want to be distinctive that they're, you know what I mean? They're not black. So don't ask my black ass.
Me no black. Well, great. Don't call my black ass. How about that? Don't call me no black ass. Don't call me.
She said when they grabbed the Africans, cousin, I can't stand.
Oh, they did. Hey, go to the news, yo. The one black dude, I think he was from Haiti. This fool had like 13 convictions.
That's the one that was in the back of the yes.
He said, love you, Biden. So he don't know if he was here in the 90s, his ass would have got locked up by Biden. Point. And then he said he loved Obama, and then he said F Trump. I thought the shit was funny. It's like, dude, you in the United States with 14 convictions, and you wasn't high?
Yeah, you was so used to being a criminal, you thought you could just
See, he
do it in
couldn't
the
pull
open.
that shit in Haiti because he be dead though. Let's not to get it
Yeah,
twisted. Because
they
they
over
really
there tearing shit
that
up in
y'all
the air.
cut your whole head off, player. Don't get it
Hmm.
twisted. But
Hmm.
I'm just saying, if y'all have been building with black, y'all they was the Democrats was using y'all against us.
That part.
Joyless Reed, don't say my name, Rolanda,
Rolling.
Roland Martin, like these people, the one lady who was the speaker of whatever,
Pierre or something. I
Pierre.
don't remember.
I hope all them niggas just deport themselves. You know, I hope some people say it was gonna leave. Leave. We need y'all to go. You act like y'all holding up heaven. You don't get to speak for my ancestors. They wasn't enslaved here. Your ancestors were not enslaved here. You're from somewhere else. Go back there and build up your country.
And like Cheryl said, you chose to come here.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So let me explain that a little bit
What was it?
because the Mexicans did, but those are the ones who were citizens like us
That was tied
because they were tired of the shit.
because a whole Latino criminal element came over here. You know,
Yeah, and that messed that shit up.
It messed it over those working class.
Yes.
It's just like, for instance, when black people that work hard, then they only show the nigga on the news that got a tooth missing, that don't pay, that's wanted for child support, that robbed the store. Well, you know, they show the most ignorant depiction of a black person. The Mexicans that voted was tired of that
Yeah.
depiction, just like we get tired of the nigga shit.
Yep. That's so true.
My throat
But
is so dry, y'all. I'm
I
so
just
sorry.
hope that we as black folks or those, I don't even say that because I ain't connected to some of these niggas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not connected to them. I get so tired of people having an excuse on why they can't do shit. That shit is annoying. Instead of like, dude, you just do it because you know what I know about us. We do what we want to do as a people. I know that. I mean those elements. But I just hope us who think like each other that we will get together and start working with each other. I like what the black farmers are doing. I like what black people buying land and building their own communities. Get back to that, but you cannot bring the bullshit with you. If you ain't ready to leave being trifling and shit, just don't fuck with them black people who are building. Get out the way. Like, just leave them alone. But here we come dragging our ass and then expect when somebody's supposed to help you because we black. You got me bent
so far.
Yeah, you got me bent because I'm not. Ain't nothing somebody want to be puffing, but they ain't put in on it.
That
With your bad breath. I want your
that'd be the first person going for the liquor bottle. The person that didn't pitch in to buy it, he'd be the first person with a cup. Like, you ain't pitching on this player.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So it's like, y'all, look, this is all I'm saying is stand down. This is a wonderful time to be alive. If you're about that life now, if you're lazy as hell, you want to live off the system, you better start deporting your ass somewhere. Because all of this shit's going away, and it's really okay. Like you know, if you want to build with your family for real, build with them. But if they trifling, don't build with them. It ain't got nothing to do with blood. It got something to do with morals and what we all have in common.
Yep.
Yeah, because ain't nothing like being in a tug of war. You're the only person pulling, and everybody on your side sitting down eating French fries and shit, and they dragging your ass to the mud. Yeah, like nobody's doing that no more. Nobody's doing that no more. Get your ass up and get to work. Be in control of your kids' education, control your housing. You are one thing I would say is that we don't have that. We can be in control of our actions. I remember when I was a kid, and we're gonna wrap it up. I remember when I was a kid, I think Elizabeth Taylor with Richard Burton cheated on Debbie Reynolds, I think it was. And then you know her films went down because people in general, not black, they was like, we are not supporting this adulteress. Her and Richard, I think it was Richard Burton, or something Fisher. One of the two of them men who was married to Debbie Fisher.
Yeah.
You know, and I was to myself, that's when people have morals and be like, we're not supporting nothing you do. We have a culture where we sit and watch people act the goddamn fool on the TV and then wonder what the fuck's going on. Like, why don't nobody respect us? Because we be watching a bunch of bullshit. And some of us, it's one thing to watch it, but it's something else to be entertained and then let them lead you.
That part.
That's what get me. Do I like watching tomfoolery sometimes? I'm fine with it, but I don't.
Entertainment. We laugh at entertainment. People take this shit as a real value.
Next thing, here you come with your purple hair and gray
and purple eyelashes.
Yeah, and green undertones in your hair. Like, where the fuck they do that at? Like, what's wrong with you? What job is you working at where you can show up looking like a crown box? Like, come on, y'all. We could do better. And so I just think that this is a year when they're gonna clean house. And if you're dirty, you may get swept away. Just saying. I'm a descendant of people who built the country, so I'm not going no goddamn where. I'm from right here. Other than that, I don't know what to tell. Thank you, sister. I
Y'all
don't know what
finna
to
see.
tell you.
So y'all, I'm
Like
about to see who's hottest her. Hey man, what's up? So thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back next Sunday. We will be more. We'll be more. We'll have more content for you guys. We just wanted to just check in with y'all because it's been a while. It's the new year. We haven't been on, I think, since like October, November. Not really sure. But we will be back with y'all next week. And y'all do something special for yourself because you deserve it.
I holla.
I holla.